Hey there! All right, today we're going to break down Sphinx Pose. Sphinx Pose is an extension or a back bend of the spine and is really good for overall spinal health, especially if you have any lower back issues. Okay, so we're going to come to the mat and come onto our bellies. So if you have sensitive hip bones or hip points anywhere here, you can lay just a thin towel or blanket across your mat for your pelvis. Okay, we'll come down to the belly. All right, so we're gonna start from the feet and work our way up, all right? So we'll rest on our forearms and we'll extend through the legs. They don't have to be squeezing together, but they're also not really wide apart. So just find extension through your legs out of your hips. And we're gonna press down through the tops of the toes here and really reach back through those legs. So you might feel your kneecaps lifting up, that's all right, but just be mindful not to really press through the backs of the knees too much. But we do want the legs awake. So pressing down through the tops of the feet and reaching back like you were trying to touch something behind you. Scoot up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so pressing through the toes, reaching back through the legs. Then we're going to stack our elbows right underneath our shoulder here and grab onto our opposite arm just to make sure that they're equal distance apart. Then we'll bring our hands into a fist. So if your shoulders are feeling pretty open and you know that, then you can come into the more traditional version of the pose, which is the forearms parallel and the palms grounded. However, if your hands feel like they keep kind of sliding in towards center and they can't maintain that shoulder width apart, then just bring their hands into a fist. Okay, so stacking shoulders over elbows, clasping our fists. Now from here, you might feel like you're kind of dumping into your shoulder girdle, so we're really going to press through the forearms and lift ourselves up and out of the shoulder girdle, feeling the whole rib cage lift and extend. So we're pressing through the forearms. Now I'm going to just energetically think about drawing my shoulders and my elbows back down toward my hips. With that, I'm going to create traction so I can really extend through the front of my chest and open my collarbones, and then keep that extension going all the way to the top of my head. So to review, we're pressing down through the tops of the feet, extending through the legs, pressing through the forearms to lift, drawing the elbows back to broaden the chest. And then we're going to lift our belly buttons up into our spines for a little bit of extra spinal support and a little bit of strength building. And then here we breathe. We want to be mindful that our chin isn't overextending here, compressing the back of the neck, but just rather letting the head find that natural extension out of the rest of the spine. Breathing here, nice deep breaths. Continuing to check in with those foundation points, the feet, the legs, the forearms, the elbows, the spine, the navel, and of course the breath. So whenever you are ready to come out, you can just reach the elbows out to the side, come down, maybe rest your head, and just rock your hips side to side. If you want to take this motion further, you can bend your knees and just kind of windshield wiper your legs. And that's a nice way to relieve the lower back and counter that pose. Real gentle here, nothing crazy, nothing forced. Okay, and then when you're ready to come up, you can either just kind of roll onto your side and press up, or you can slide your hands back along your rib cage, really hug the belly button up into the spine so we protect the length of the lower back that we just found. So hug the belly button way up as we push the floor away, maybe coming into a pseudo child's pose. And that's that. always take your time when coming out of a pose. We don't want to move too quickly or take the work away that we just did. So that's Sphinx Pose. Like I said, it's really great for lower back issues. It is putting the lower back in the opposite position that it normally finds itself in, and really the whole spine. We're countering how we spend most of our days sitting down in the car, just rounding the spine. We're doing the opposite. That's going to create some energy through the spine. It's going to revitalize the central nervous system. It's also putting positive compression and stimulation on the kidneys, which are oftentimes overtaxed and are a big contributor to chronic stress. So this is a nice way to nourish the kidneys and bring blood flow back to them. So lots of benefits for Sphinx Pose. We're also opening the front of the hips, which continues to help counter how we spend most of the days. So that's Sphinx Pose. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd say start with maybe trying to hold it for a minute, breathing, and then maybe work your way longer, little by little. But as always, listen to your body and do what works for you. All right, thanks.